What's up everybody, welcome back to Far North MTG. My name is Zach and I have a special video for you here today, and that special occasion is my birthday. That's right, the day that this video goes live. If you're a patron, you're seeing this a day early, so it's not my birthday yet, but on the day that this video does go live to the general public, it is my actual birthday, and I thought of nothing better to do for my birthday video than to play some off-meta, fringe, jank, whatever you want to call it, cEDH decks with my good friends from Things in the Ice.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jeremy and I got Kyle with me here. We're from Things in the Ice. Zach is gracious enough to have us on his wonderful channel yet again. Looking forward to doing a little better than last time. Thanks for watching. Come and check us out at Things in the Ice, where we play a bunch of cEDH games with friends in person. It's kind of just our vibe, laughing, having a fun time. More cEDH, less TEDH, but we're here to rock some ridiculous plays.
Huge thank you to Jeremy and Kyle for coming on. If you are not already subscribed to Things in the Ice, please go ahead and check them out. I have them tagged in the title of the video, and I also have their link to their channel linked down in the description, so go ahead and check them out. They're awesome people making awesome content. Anyways, before we talk about today's decks, since it is my birthday, if you're not subscribed, you are legally obligated to subscribe now, so go ahead and hit that little button. I think it's down here. I think I'm pointing at the right spot. Go ahead and hit that little button if you're not already subscribed. Also, leave a like, comment, all of that kind of stuff if you like the video. It does really mean a whole lot to help us grow the channel. If you want to support us a little bit more, head down to the description where you can find links to our Bonfire store and our Patreon, so to support us a little bit more through there. And you can also jump into our Discord community and say happy birthday to me in person, because I'm always in there every day hanging out. Jump into our Discord community, link down in the description once again for that as well. But with all that out of the way, let's talk about today's decks. Today I'll be playing the big bad dragon himself, Niv Mizzet Visionary. This Izzet Spellslinger list looks to convert burn damage into card draw before closing out the game with an Underworld Breach or Dual Caster Mage combo. Shane is back once again on Christopher Nolan, aka Grist the Hunger Tide. This Golgari Reanimator list looks to put either Hoarding Broodlord or Protean Hulk into the graveyard to reanimate later and combo off. And Jeremy will be playing Ob Nixilis Captive Kingpin. This Rakdos deck looks to turn ping effects into card advantage through Ob before winning through Underworld Breach or a combo of all will be won with Ob Nixilis. And Jeremy will be looking to beat faces with Jetmir Nexus of Revels. This Naya no-win con stacks list looks to pile up a load of hate bears and mass token effects to flood the board with creatures before using Jetmir as a massive overrun effect to kill the table in combat. So that's what everybody's rocking today. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please go check out Things in the Ice if you haven't already. And finally, we want to give a huge shout out to our patron supporters, Ya from That's a Good Card, and also Tangle Clappin'. But with all that out of the way, let's jank off with Things in the Ice.
Alright, who's got pre-games?
Not me.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun. All right, untap, upkeep, draw. We're gonna play a Wooded Foothills. Tap sack going to 39er. Off the Wooded Foothills, I got this here Taiga. We will tap it for a Llanowar Elf, and then I'll pass turn.
Untap, upkeep and draw. I'm gonna play a Verdant Catacombs for turn. I'll tap and sack it. Grab this Bayou, and then I'll cast a Lotus Petal.
Nice.
I'll cast a Mox Diamond, pitching a Forest.
Stop it, Shane.
And I'll tap my Bayou for an Elves of Deep Shadow.
It's a pretty good turn. How many cards left?
3. I'll pass a turn on that.
Sweet. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna do an Arid Mesa, pay a life, going down to 39, crack it. I'm gonna get a bad lands off of it. We'll also play a Lotus Petal, because I want to be just like Shane. And then I'm going to Imp Seal.
Ooh, yeah.
If that's good, I'm going to get a specific card and put it on top of my library.
So what card is it?
You know, I'm not even sure right now. There's so many choices. It could be a boat.
It could be literally anything.
So I found this card. It was actually already second from the top. Hurts. And I'll put it on top, and then I will pass the turn.
Okay, I will draw for turn. Okay, I'm gonna start by paying 2 life, go to 38, and cast a Jetaxian Probe. Shane, I kind of want to see your hand. I know you had a very explosive start. I want to see what you got going on over there.
You just want me to take a picture and send it to you, or?
Yeah, just message it to me. I see, Shane, I see. I won't reveal what Shane has, but I will say he's got the makings of something we gotta maybe be worried about.
But it's the makings, it isn't the cake.
No, it is the makings of. Alright, then I'll get my draw from Jetaxian Probe. Play a Great Furnace as land for turn, and play a Mana Vault. That
Alright.
is gonna be all I have. I'll pass the turn there.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm gonna play Windswept Heath. Crack it, going down to 38.
Hating seeing all these fetch lands get cracked before Nixilis.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
Metavault. It was great. As soon as you
No.
cast it.
I play like every single one of those 2 mana whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, ping each opponent things.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
I play like I didn't
Hey.
even think about that. I was like, oh no.
You know what? We're just a synergy right now.
Yeah,
It's
that's
kind
right.
of just two-headed giant. We
Yeah.
gotta worry about Shane anyways. It's not like I'm popping off or anything.
Um,
Damn, this is a great op game.
Off the Windswept Heath, I got the Savannah. I'm gonna tap for 3, and I'm gonna play an Aven Mind Sensor.
Ooh.
Haven't seen
If
that
an
in a
opponent
while.
would search a library, that player searches the top 4 cards instead.
Womp womp.
Best turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll play a Tainted Wood for turn.
See, I told you we had to watch out for him.
And then I'll tap 3 and cast Grist.
Yo, Christopher Nolan?
And if Grist is good, I will get my loyalty counters. And then I'll activate Grist, +1. I'll make a 1/1 insect and mill a card as a persist. That is all I've got. I'll pass the turn.
We're gonna untap, upkeep, draw. We're gonna play the Sulphurous Springs. We are going to crack this Lotus Petal for a red, and we will cast a Soul Ring,
Ooh. Yep.
Yep.
which means I'm gonna lose a life
Man.
down to
You're
36. There it is.
There
Top
he is.
bullet.
Yup.
That's good. I'm good.
Cool. I will untap, upkeep, and draw. I'm gonna play this Lotus Petal. I am going to, I will bolt in the Mystic Peak, go to 35, and then I will tap 2. And Jeremy, you're welcome for this one. I'm gonna play a Kessig Flame Breather.
Oh yeah.
Yo, it's gonna be a game. We're in for one here for sure. If that is good, I would love to pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. That changes everything, right? Play a plateau.
Kyle, can I ask you a question quick?
Yeah,
What does it feel like to have the perfect mana base?
it's all gonna turn to mountains in about 2 seconds.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding. I
I was gonna say, I don't think I would really care.
do it like this. Go for a null rod.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good. That's good. Okay.
I mean, it's not good, but yes, it's a card.
Play a Mother of Runes,
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not as bad.
and then an Elvish Mystic. And then we'll just pass to the turn.
I want it to be clear, as soon as Kyle gets Jetmir, we are going to get beat to death by a bunch of hate bears. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
No.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. I'm gonna tap 2, and I'll cast a Survival of the Fittest.
Okay.
I should probably do this. I'm gonna -2 Grist, sacrifice my insect, and then just target the Aven Mind Sensor to destroy it.
Well, I got nothing for that one.
That is all I can do for now.
That's pretty good, though. Thank you. Untap. Upkeep. We gonna draw. Wow, that null rod, huh?
Yeah. Believe me, I'm hurting about it right now.
We'll lose a life, go down to 35, and play a Razorkin Needlehead.
Oh no.
Okay, I was already feeling kind of bad about this game just with the Null Rod. Like, I'm not even able to cast Niv Mizzet anymore. There's an argument I should have cast Niv Mizzet first, but I kind of wanted to hold off on that because I wanted to stick the Firebrand or Kessig Flame Breather first and then cast Niv Mizzet later on so that I could cast Niv Mizzet and hopefully hold up a free spell and be able to draw some cards at instant speed. Obviously, I got heavily punished for that, but now on top of that, with this Razorkin Needlehead out here, I'm realizing I'm just not going to play this game. I can definitely, eventually get to 6 mana and cast Niv Mizzet and start casting some spells, drawing a bunch of cards, but I'm also going to be feeding the hell out of Jeremy. And then at the same time, I'm going to be taking a ton of damage. Like, I'm going to burn everybody 1 ping to each of them, and I'm going to draw 3, but then I'm going to take 3 from the Needlehead. Like, this looks like such a good Niv Mizzet game, but just so many things are stacked against me on this. Pretty unfortunate. Anyway, back to the game.
And after that, I want to get to beats. And I'm wondering, so how how worried do we have to be about the survival of the fittest?
He does. I do know he has a creature in hand. I'll just say it. He has a Machias the Unhallowed in hand. So he has like 2/3 of what he needs, but he's still missing at least one thing.
Is Grist a main part of that once it gets going?
No, Grist is basically just a means to it turns all of your top deck tutors into Entombs for Protean Hulk or Hoarding Broodlord,
Nice.
and it also serves as the sacrifice with the -2 to remove the Protean Hulk if you get it to field. I will say Machias in hand is kind of awkward for him because it kind of kills his primary Hulk pile.
I think the smartest move here then is to swing 4 in the air at Grist.
God, Christopher Nolan. Can't block a flyer, so back to the command zone.
My apologies, Shane.
Grist Pratt finally pays for his crimes.
I really liked him in the new Dungeons and Dragons movie, Grist Prine. I think Grist Prine is a great actor.
True.
Grist Griffin.
What about Gristofferson?
Christopher Reeves.
Grist Hemsworth.
We could be here all night.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pass.
All right. Untap, upkeep, and draw.
Would you take 1 damage for me, kindly?
I will kindly take 1 damage, go to 34.
Trigger up. I got a twin flame. That's what I want to see.
I'll play a Bloodstained Mire. This is where I would cast Niv Mizzet. If I could. Boy, I really wish I could cast Niv Mizzet. But I got nothing to do with them right now, so I'll pass the turn.
Untap, draw.
Robert Nixilis would like you to take. Well, I'm sorry. His companion, Razorkin Needlehead, roommate, would like you to take 1 damage, please.
And they were roommates.
And then Nixilis would like to trigger Agatha Soul Cauldron.
Play a Plains land for turn. Tap for 2 for a Weathered Runestone. And then we'll tap for 3 for a Krenko 10 Street Kingpin.
Sheesh. Pain is coming.
Krenko coming to town now. I'm Hellbent, and I will pass turn.
All right. Untap. Upkeep and draw.
Cat.
Razorkin would like you to take 1 damage, Shane.
Yeah, I'll go down to 38.
And then Nixilis triggers and gets a Final Fortune. All of the best cards I want to see exiled when I have 2 mana available to me at my turn.
I think I'm just gonna activate Survival of the Fittest. I'll discard that Machias you all know about,
Yeah.
and search my library for a creature. I'm gonna add Protean Hulk to hand.
Shane?
What?
Shane?
What? I think I will activate Survival of the Fittest again, and I will discard the Protean Hulk and search again. Grab Deathrite Shaman. Tap my Elves of Deep Shadow for a black and deal a damage to myself.
Oh,
Trigger
yeah.
up
7.
Nixilis.
Yep.
The 1 ring. God damn.
And then I'm gonna cast that Deathrite Shaman. I'll pass the turn on that.
Oh, look at all these awesome things that I have available to me that I really can't play. Untap, upkeep, draw. We're gonna pay 3 life to bolt in this Shatter Skull, the Hammer Pass. Really want to cast that 1 ring. I mean, part of me is like, I should cast Agatha's just in case, Null Rod ever disappears, because it's like, one of my major win cons. It's also like, do I think Null Rod will ever disappear? I'm going to tap the Sulphurus for colorless and cast this Gleeful Arsonist.
I love that card. That's in my deck.
Yeah, it's a good card.
Oh, I don't like it.
Then I am going to go to combat. Since I know I'm going to get punched in the face here very shortly, I'm going to send 8 at you in the air.
You might now.
Well, I knew I was going to either way.
29.
After that, I'm going to go ahead and pass my turn, and then these cards go to exile.
Yeah, I guess as you're leaving combat, I'll do that step. So I'll crack the Bloodstained Mire as you're leaving combat. Go to 33.
Trigger. Flip.
I gotta say, between the Null Rod, Gleeful Arsonist, and Razorkin Needlehead, this is a bad game for Niv Mizzet.
Oh, yeah. It's,
This is rough. So get a Thundering Falls tapped, and I will Surveil. I think I'm gonna keep that on top, actually. I think I like that there. Untap, upkeep, draw, and I'll play that card I drew. It's City of Brass. I do think I am gonna pass on the City of Brass, though. I wish I could actually, I don't even know if I wish I could cast Niv Mizzet. I don't think it's very good right here. I'll pass the turn.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw.
Take 1 damage. I totally missed it on Zach's turn, but Rakdos Signet. Useless.
We can get mine if you wanna.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, go for it.
No worries.
We're not in tournament here. We'll just
Diabolic Intent.
I think I'm gonna tap for Jetmir.
Demon Kitty.
Dun-dun-dun.
Love it.
All
I
right.
hate it, but I love it.
So I'm at 5. So we got Vigilance, Tramples next.
And you're gonna go 2/9 on attack deck with the Krenko.
Krenko's at 2, he'll go to 3, so I'll get 3 tokens. So it'll take me to 8 creatures on attacks.
Wait, doesn't he get a plus? So he's at 2/2 right now. He gets a +1/+1 on attack, taking him to 3, and then he gets plus. Yeah, so you'll make 5. Yeah. Oh wait.
You'll make 5, yeah.
Yeah.
His power will go up after he's declared as an attacker. So I'll make 3 tokens, and then
it's when he attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter on him, and that's when the trigger goes on the stack.
Yep.
So he will have essentially going into once it triggers, he will get 5 tokens. So you will have 10 creatures total, meaning you'll have +3/+0 and double strike and trample and all that stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so really quick, I gotta talk about this here. I don't know what Jeremy and I were thinking with our math that we were doing here, but Kyle actually did have the correct count. It should only be 3 tokens that you make. Jeremy and I were pretty adamant. You can hear us talking to Kyle, but no, you should make 5. You should make 5. So I think we ended up just going with that because we were kind of counting that. I don't know why we were counting it that way. I think we just were not super familiar with Krenko or this deck in general. We should have just listened to Kyle, but we were doing our own math, and obviously we're pretty off with our own math. I think I was thinking he was a base 2/2 getting +2/+0 already, and then would go to 5 total power on combat. Obviously that was incorrect, and Kyle does end up making more tokens than he should have made here and doing a lot more damage than he should have otherwise done. So this does change the game, the flow of the game quite a bit. But that's really on Jeremy and I, because we did kind of argue for this outcome. We must have just had a death wish or something this game. I don't know what was up with that. But yeah, anyways, like I said, this does change quite a bit of the flow of the game, and so I did have to stop and talk about that here. But anyways, back to the action.
5 gobos total.
Ruh-roh.
Yep.
I think we're in trouble.
Go to combat. And the goblins don't have haste, so they're just chilling. Yeah, I think it's just Krenko, and the 2 elves. Actually, no, we'll send the mother too. The mother's angry at Jeremy.
Eesh.
Knew it was coming. The crackback was coming. Brutal.
Well, I was gonna spread it out, but Obnix is like, fight me.
It's a things in the ice throwdown between each other. Let's go, brother.
So all the 1/1s are actually 4/4 double strikes, and then Krenko is a 6/3 double strike.
5. So you got 1+1/+1 counter. He's a 1, so 5. Yep.
It is a total of, wow, okay, 16, and then 10, so
Plus the 10,
35 damage.
35. Just 35. That's cool.
Just a
Yeesh.
lowly 35 damage.
And no trample though, or do they have trample?
Yes, they do have
Yeah, they all have trample.
Oh, fucking holy!
I even survived this. Yeah, I'll block with both the Gleeful Arsonist and the Razorkin Needlehead. They'll both die. Since they all have first strike, it doesn't matter. They don't do any damage to your creatures, but I will take a total of 4 less damage out of the 34 and go down to 2.
Okay, and then your Undying triggers, so Homie comes back.
Yep.
Sadly, I will have to pass the turn. That is
Did you
all I
say
can
sadly after you almost completely decapitated me?
Shane, we need a toxic deluge, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think I will be, unless I top deck it here, we'll see. Untap, upkeep and draw.
Can you do 2 single points of damage to yourself by any chance?
I can do 1.
Can you tap your City of Brass?
Are we talking
Okay.
to try to get lethal on?
Yeah.
Ah. So you want me to take damage?
Yes.
I'll tap Elves of Deep Shadow for a black. I'll lose a life, go to 36.
And I will go ahead and exit. God. Brass.
Oof.
And then I'll tap Tainted Wood for another black, and I'll cast that Demonic Tutor.
Trigger, Gleeful Arsonist. You take a damage, or actually you take 2 damage now, damn it.
I'll go down to 34, and anything on the demonic tutor.
Nope.
I'll do my search.
So the problem I have with killing Kyle is that's just, I'm at 2 life, and that's gonna turn Zach, like, on. Like, Zach's casting Niv Mizzet and going nuts, and my thing that stops the Razorkins is gone.
Let's propose a truce where I try to kill them, not you, and let you try to kill me.
I don't know what to do here. I'll have to think about this.
Yeah, I will say you are in a very awkward spot, because if you want to stay alive, it makes sense to kill Kyle, but then also if I just cast like any 2 spells, like you just die.
Yep, because the Keswick Flame Breather.
Yeah, like you are in a very, very awkward spot.
I'm gonna add this card to my hand, and I gotta pass the turn.
Go to my most likely last turn of this game. I can't believe we got here, fam. Who knew? Who knew? I was gonna take 16 damage from Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic this game.
Those are some big elves.
I'm gonna untap, upkeep, and draw. I don't think any of this saves me. So this is tough because like I said, if I go for Kyle right now, sure, I could. If you test your City of Brass, I could get enough commander damage to kill him in the air. But then it does just turn on both Zach and Shane, who's gonna get a turn before me, and literally like you breathe and the Keswick Flame Breather kills me.
Oh, also Shane can just kill you at any time with a death ray.
It is tough. It is a tough position that I am in. And I've got to just try to play for the win in my best interest. But what is that? I think it would be smart if I held back and left mana open. I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay, I will draw for turn. So let's see. If I don't put out a body, I literally just for sure die. I think we'd probably just die if we don't remove Jetmir like right now anyways. Even then, we might just still die if he has a land drop and can cast it without it being countered. So I guess it would have to be removed like in combat. And even that is going to be really hard with Mom. We might just be cooked, boys. Yeah, I'll pay a life through the City of Brass, float myself a red, go to 31.
It's a mana confluence.
Okay, well, hopefully that makes us one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. Fucking gonna just put out a gutter snipe, I guess. Literally nothing else to do. I'll just pass the turn and pray.
Gutter snipe too. I'm just so smoked.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Tap for 3. I'm gonna play a jacked rabbit.
So if I do the math, is this lethal for us?
It might be lethal across the board.
What's Krenko's mana cost? If we get rid of Krenko and Mom, can we live?
Yeah, if you can get rid of Krenko and Mom, we can live.
Zach, do you have anything that can...
That can remove anything? No.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, never mind.
Well, you didn't ask everyone at the table.
Do you have something?
Yes.
Okay. I also have something.
Then let's do those things together. Shall we
Okay.
hold hands while we do this, Shane?
Yes.
Let's wait until combat, I think, is the
Okay.
best idea. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna move to combat.
In response, I'll tap 2. Deathrite Shaman. Kyle, do you have a land in your graveyard? Yeah, I'll exile one of them. And green and a black. I'm gonna attempt to Abrupt Decay, targeting Krenko.
Why not do it on Mom?
Or Mom. Yeah. We'll do Mom then.
Yeah, because then that way it'll be gone.
In response, I'm gonna tap Mom to give Jetmir pro black till EOT.
I will pass priority on that.
In response to the activation of Mom, I am going to tap 4.
I lose 2 life, right, from your guy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, from Gleeful Arsonist, you lose 2 life. Thank you.
Okay, yep, I'll go to 32.
So I will lose a life from Sulphurous Springs and go down to 1. Tap black, and red, and we are going to cast Dismember on Jetmir. I'm going to hold priority, though, and I'm going to cast Flare of Duplication, sacrificing Gleeful Arsonist, and copy Dismember, targeting Krenko. So that is my targets. Any responses to Flare of Duplication?
Nobody know.
So Flare, copying Dismember will get rid of Krenko, and then this other Dismember will get rid of the Jetmir. And then now I am dead, because Kyle is going to kill me for that, but it was fun, y'all.
And
Well, it's like, I don't want to kill you, Jeremy.
Oh, you got to, baby. It's fine.
Because
I've got an op Nixilis that'll kill you on your turn. If on my turn, if you don't, you know what I mean.
100%. Yeah. Go to combat. 2 gobos at you, Jeremy. 3 gobos at Shane.
I'll take 3. I'll go down to 29.
Man, I really wish I didn't have to, sacrifice my creature for Flare Duplication. I will block one of the goblins because I don't go out like a punk.
I realize life is this crazy mystical thing, and sometimes you just go out like a buster, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And then I will die.
Second main, I'm going to cast this Delighted Halfling. And I'm Hellbent, and I will pass the turn.
Alright. Untap. Upkeep and draw. Play a Nurturing Peatland for turn. Sort of in the tank. Let's see. Well, I'll just try it. We'll see how things go. I'm gonna tap Elves of Deep Shadow for a black. Lose a life, go to 28. And I'm gonna cast a Scheming Symmetry. I will target myself and Kyle.
What, I can't be trusted, Shane?
No.
I'm good to look.
Yep, as long as that's good.
Zach, the disrespect. Kyle's got like beats on board, and Shane's like, nah, Zach, you don't get to.
Yeah, Shane doesn't trust Niv Mizzet.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it probably just goes and gets a win, and that's how it deals with this situation.
I'm gonna add this card to the top of my library.
What
So
card?
goes to top.
I think I just gotta pass.
Untap up. Oh.
Ooh.
Untap. Oh, I need a good card here. That's not a good card. I guess I can make it a little easier for Kyle and bolt myself with a Hydroelectric Laboratory.
You can get Niv Mizzet out for blocks.
I can't get Niv Mizzet out. Well, I guess I could get Niv Mizzet out.
Oh wait, no, yeah, no red, duh.
Well,
Well,
about that. About that. I'm gonna exile a Simian Spirit Guide. Take a damage, go to 27 and do this. I don't think it does anything, but like...
yeah. I mean, it's a big fucking drag.
It's a guy. It's a guy. I'll pass the turn there.
Alright. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Yeah, it was silence.
Yeah, Shane, you got anything for that?
I sure wish I did.
So then I will cast Deflecting Swat for essentially no effect, but trigger my 2 things here, Kessig Flame Breather and Gutter Snipe. I'll stack it so that the Flame Breather trigger will go first, and then Gutter Snipe underneath that. Okay, so ping each of you guys for 1, and then draw 2 cards from Niv Mizzet. Those don't do anything. And then Gutter Snipe, deal 2 to each of you, and draw 4 cards. It unfortunately does not stop it.
Oof.
It would, if...
Oh, if Nullrod wasn't there doing his job.
yeah. But, yeah, I'll pass priority on silence, sadly.
Sadly, I have to tap down 2 of my fighting champions to be able to do this, but we're going to then recast Jetmir.
Yep.
Go to combat. 5 rabbits when the rabbit attacks. 5 would-be rabbits. I am just going to swing Jacked Rabbit and 4 goblins at Zach.
Whoa, what did I do?
I have to take you out or I die. And I can't kill you both in one swing because somebody killed Krenko.
Yep. Gotta choose
choose
which one you're worried about the most. But,
No.
Shane did just resolve a scheming symmetry.
That's true, that's
so
true.
it's going to be at least 8. So Jacked Rabbit is going to be the biggest. He is 5'2", double striker.
Okay, so that's 10 right there. And then there's
And
4 goblins that are each representing 8 damage. So
I
that's
assume-
32, 42 total damage coming at me.
Mhm.
So assume 2 goblins will get through.
Well, I will
Niv will
just
probably block this, and then
make it
goblin
easy and
fight.
say, even if I block everything optimally, I don't have the life to survive it. I am
Yep.
at 27, and I can at most block 10. So I will declare no blocks, and I'll stand at the bow of the ship and go down like the captain.
Hold my hands, Rose.
I will pass the turn.
This is what I drew into, so if I could have tapped these, I would have had the copy the silence so that the Jetmir couldn't come down.
Untap, upkeep and draw.
Good luck, Shane. You got this.
I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, take a damage from Elves of Deep Shadow, and attempt to cast a Culling Ritual.
Woo! Oh my god.
That's a lot of mana.
That's a lot of fucking mana. Holy.
I guess I should probably hold priority and tap Deathrite Shaman, and I'll exile my own Verdant Catacombs. Loda green.
I am good with the
Count them up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay, I have 20 mana, so then just make it even, a 10-10 across. 10 black and 11 green.
And was that counting your mana you floated to from the...
Yeah,
Oh, yep,
I floated a green from the Deathrite. So for 1 black, I'll cast a Reanimate, targeting Protean Hulk. Protean Hulk, ETB, I'll lose 7 life, down to 17. 1 black, cast Sacrifice, targeting Protean Hulk. So Protean Hulk will die, I'll get 7 more black mana. Protean Hulk Death Trigger. Oh, this is kind of where it gets a little messy, because some pretty key pieces are in the graveyard right now.
Yeah, it's really awkward having Machias there.
So then with the Protean Hulk trigger, we get Activated Sleeper, Witherbloom Apprentice, and Viscera Seer. Activated Sleeper ETB, it'll enter as a copy as Protean Hulk. I'll sacrifice the copy of Protean Hulk, and then on the second Protean Hulk trigger, we'll get Sylvan Safekeeper, Birds of Paradise, Opposition Agent, and an Elvish Mystic.
Were you about to watch an elf off? Is this going to be like Elf Ball suddenly, and that's the game we're going to see here now?
Or did you get your scry with the Viscera Seer sacrifice?
I did. I'm keeping it on top. And then for 2 black and 3 green, we'll recast Grist. So
I cast an even bigger cat, I win.
Oh, that is the biggest cat.
yeah, I will -2 Grist, sacrifice a creature, probably just the bop, and then target and destroy Jetmir.
Oh, beautiful cat demon.
Mostly setting up for next turn, but I will pass the turn on that.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Collect the oof.
Oof.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Kyle really said no artifacts this game.
Tap, upkeep, draw. I will tap 2 and float a green here, and I'll cast a Diabolic Intent. Additional cost, I'll sacrifice Elvish Mystic. I'll search my library. I'll search this card to hand.
Ooh.
And with my floating green, tap for black, cast a Chain of Smog.
Oh, yeah.
I will
GG.
Targeting Kyle, right?
Yeah. I'll target myself, discard 2 cards. I don't have anything, but I'll choose to copy it, and then activate Magecraft, gain a life, Kyle will lose a life.
GG.
GG.
Jeez, talk about a comeback there. Shane made off like a bandit with that game at the end there. Culling Ritual, once again, showing that it's genuinely one of the best cards in the format. I don't think it's that hot of a take to say that at this point. Culling Ritual is just absurd. But yeah, Christopher out here really showing that these Golgari piles can put in some pretty powerful work. Really awesome. Shane's been having a ton of luck with his deck recently. Still have a deck tech coming in the near future, so stay tuned for that. At the end of the video, I probably should have argued a little bit for Kyle to kill Shane instead of myself, because I could have said, like, Shane just tutored, he's probably gonna, probably has a win immediately, but I was like, I'm probably not talking myself out of this when I literally just drew 6 cards off of a single spell cast. Everybody's probably looking at me like, yeah, you gotta die immediately. I probably could have shown my hand and said, like, I don't have a win, I probably will find one if you let me live, but it's non-determinative, where Shane just resolved a tutor, so he either got something to stop you or something to win immediately. I probably could have argued that, but, hard to say in retrospect. Hindsight hindsight's 2020. Anyways, that's it for this week's video. Again, unfortunate little miscount with the math there on the first Jetmir tokens, but it was an absolute awesome game. Love playing with the guys from Things in the Ice. They're incredible people. Once again, please go check out their channel. They make incredible content. Please go check them out, and they're awesome people. They deserve all the support. But that is everything for today's video. Once again, shout out to our Patreon supporters. Go ahead and check out the link down in the description if you want to support us yourself. It does really mean so much. And that's everything for this week's video. Thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time.